So now I'm going to plant up my little goji berry seedlings, which I started 3 weeks ago now. I checked them after a week, and in fact they were already started, but I wanted to wait until they were easier to handle. They're going to be hard to handle anyway because they're so delicate, but I really need to move them now because they're beginning to touch the top of the plastic bag. I'm going to start off by just putting a few bits of broken crock pot or flower pot in, just to block the drainage holes slightly. You don't want your gojis to get under or over watered. But the crock pot will enable them to be free draining, but you'll still retain some of the water. And I'm going to use as a compost our own homemade. It's a mixture of soil, sharp sand, and our own compost from the compost bin, which I first put in the greenhouse and let it dry out slightly so it gets really crumbly, and then I sieve it. So I'm going to just fill them, and then I'll go and get the gojis. Some of them are actually so advanced they're actually touching the top of the polythene bag, so it's time to take those out, and then I should just put the rest back in because some of the other ones are already beginning to develop, but they're quite small. So here goes. Last time it was a terrible job because I'd planted them too far together. This time I've tried to space them out because the root systems do get quite advanced. So what I do is I'm just going to cut them out of this paper. If I can get them out of the bag first, it'll be good. Yeah. Okay. I haven't touched them, I haven't opened the bag or done anything. So they'll be glad to be free. Just have to be really careful. Oops. They're quite resilient. There you go. So I'm going to cut around tissue. To release the whole thing, which, as I say, I didn't do last year. I got in a bit of a pickle because the roots were all intertwined. And then you can just take the whole piece out like that, roots and all. You can see the root actually gets right out to there, and put it in a little pot. And I only put one per pot. That was another mistake I made last year. I tried to economise by putting a couple in each pot, and then it became very difficult when I transplanted them out. In fact, the ones I transplanted out from the planter into the greenhouse, the root systems are incredible, and very quickly they'd actually gone down into the pallet wood base and entwined all around it. And I'll just show you one last thing here. So all you do is the bit you've broken off, you then just strip the leaves up to the top few leaves. I did cut the leaves in half, they were very long leaves, just leaving it at the top. Push it into your sand and soil mix, and that looks to me like it's okay, because if it wasn't okay I think it would have wilted by now. And you need to put it in this little sort of oxygen tent for a while so you keep the humidity up. It does suggest you break into the plastic and actually spray it, or rather mist it every now and again if you think it looks a bit wilty, so I might do that later. So another way to propagate goji from your own plants. And I also found out that you can get up to 1 kilo of fruit in the second year, so fingers crossed, let's hope we get some goji fruit. And potentially we're looking in 2 years' time at 8 kilos of goji berries, so get going, kids. Thanks for watching. Goji, come on. You dropped it. Oh, you fiend.